What's up, good people? Welcome to Bernard Riley Reviews. We're here. We attack ideas and not people. We attack ideas and not people. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about NBA star Jrue Holiday and his white wife. Yes, you saw it in the title and in the thumbnail. Him and his white wife and their organization giving more money to black women. And I'm going to explain why that is somewhat of a problem. Conversation started or is somewhat predicated on a back and forth dialogue that former NBA star Kwame Brown and O'Shea Duke Jackson had about a week ago when they were talking about black men ultimately building it for ourselves. We got to do it. We got to build it for ourselves. If we want any different outcomes, we got to do it. We got to be the change we want to see, or whatever Barack Obama's slogan was. You got it. You got it. So they were talking about that, and they went back and forth about reasons why it won't get done, or reasons why, what's in the way of it. O'Shea made some really good points, saying whatever the obstacles are, our desire to get it done has to outweigh that obstacle. Really good points, really good dialogue. One thing that was left out of it, in my opinion, was just the overall ideology of a lot of brothers. And that brings us right to Jrue Holiday. Now, here's a successful black man and NBA star. Right at the time of me making this video, he's headed into the NBA Finals. Looking forward to seeing that. But no doubt, a successful brother. A successful brother has a 4-year, $160 million contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. And not just that, he cares about the community. He's given money to black businesses, and he already did it once. He did a first round of it where he donated what amounted to be $5 million to black businesses and black organizations, and now they're doing the second round of it, where they're donating another $1 million to black businesses and black organizations. Now, when you go online and you look at it, right there on their Instagram page, you can see the businesses and organizations that they donated to. And yes, the majority of them are black female-led businesses and organizations. In fact, 29 of the businesses and organizations that he donated to were led and headed by black women, and the other 16 that he invested in were led by black men, 16 to 29. Now, in the comment section, don't straw man me, because I understand that this brother can donate his money that he earned to whoever he wants, however he wants, whenever he wants. He can do whatever he wants to do. However, if we accept that black men need to build it for ourselves, anything that we're lacking, anything that we need to get done as a group, if we accept the claim, which I accept, that, hey, whatever we get done, we're going to have to get it done by ourselves. Nobody's coming to save us. It's not nobody else's job to save us. I always say men don't make good damsels in distress. Therefore, anything that black men get done, we got to do it ourselves. If we accept that premise, and if we also accept that making money is a group activity, making money is a group activity. And we also accept that if you look at other groups, particularly white people, the majority of their wealth is in the hands of the men. In fact, their women inherit most of their wealth by either divorcing the man that they were married to, and or if he dies. That's how they inherit the majority of their wealth. And if we accept that other groups of men have gotten there because of the first few things that I said, that, men got to build it for themselves. Making money is a group activity. So more than likely along the way, those other men got to where they at because men ultimately invested in the business of men and hired men to do the labor and did the work and invested, and everything grew and evolved. If we can accept all of that, then that brings me back to this simple premise that the factor that was left out of the equation when O'Shea Duke Jackson and former NBA star Kwame Brown was having their dialogue is the ideology of black men. We're far too egalitarian. We are the only group of men who vote for the Democratic Party at the rate in which we do. We view our women as equal to us. And we don't acknowledge the simple fact that when it comes to power and success, they view themselves ultimately as a separate demographic. Many of them. We saw this when Ice Cube was presenting the contract with Black America. You saw what happened when he went on Fox Soul to talk to black women.
I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not, we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And
you are mentioned. I mean, when you mention black people, you mentioning black women. So don't count yourself out.
Yes, that's not true.
That's like administration say that when they
black people is not black women. Black
true.
women are not included in black people.
No, it's but that's like, you know, that's like you saying. That's like when the president said.
So it is my position, what I would like to submit to the conversation, that if there's going to be some drastic change with black men, that the ideology needs to change. There needs to be a men first ideology. Shout out to fellow YouTuber GMB, Grown Man Business. Yes, there needs to be a men first ideology going on there, because if we have to build it ourselves, we should be building men. So as far as I can see, Jrue Holiday has donated and or invested $6.4 million. Well, by all means, if he's going to donate $6.4 million into black businesses, I propose that it ought to be black male owned businesses. Do the math on that. That's $128,000 each. Using that $128,000 each to grow 50 black male owned businesses, you could potentially create somewhere in the area of 50 more black male millionaires who will run businesses that will ultimately hire more black men, who would ultimately do a better job providing for their families. So I'm not talking men first just out of pure chauvinism, forget everybody else. No, if the men in the community do better, the women and the children in the community do better. Because when you empower the women, you're just empowering them to go and be strong, independent, and not need no man. But if you empower the men, uplift the men, invest in the men, help to grow the businesses of the men, and the men hire men, then ultimately everything falls into place. But we're too egalitarian. We view women on the equal footing, if not above us, to the point to where even those of us who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars and have a spirit of investing and building, they still want to do what? Give it all to the women. Put it in the hands of the women. I know what a lot of you may say, that, well, he's married to a white woman. Well, what would you expect? Well, if he's pro-black enough to donate $6.4 million to black businesses and black initiatives, black organizations, if he's pro-black enough to do that, well, but then by all means, you would think he would be pro-black enough to digest and swallow what I'm saying right now. But again, it's ideological. We don't have the men first ideology. A lot of the black men who are in position to make change and make a difference, they have a similar ideology to Jrue Holiday, that we need to uplift our women. But that's just my thoughts, my views, my opinion, my perspective. This is Bernard Raleigh Reviews. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. But before I get out of here, got to do a special shout out to my wonderful Patreons who sometimes I neglect to shout out. Salute to each and every one of you. And with that said, we are out of here. Peace.